good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air forever. And we're going to talk about how those Atlanta Hawks came up short. And CJ took the shot from half court. He made it, but it was waved off, so they couldn't go into overtime to be able to win it. So they lose to the New York Knicks 108 to 105. Jalen Brunson, some clutch mid ranges, a nice three, and of course, some nice free throws too to help them win this one by three. Atlanta Hawks go to 45 and 33, 23 and 16 at home. The Knicks get win number 50, and then they had 28 losses. They have a record of 21 and 19 on the road. So that ended up being fun to see. New York also won the season series 2-1. They only played the Hawks 3 times a season, and they was able to beat them 2-1. This was the last time they meet in the regular season, so that's something that's worth keeping up with. And if they meet each other in the playoffs, this was a good game against each other to show you how close they are almost in talent, especially if the Hawks make their jumpers. Knicks won the first quarter 32 to 31. They lost the second quarter 26 to 21. The Knicks won the third quarter 28 to 22 and the fourth quarter 27 to 26. The Knicks, we will talk about them first. OG Anunoby, you know he wants to shoot. They tried to take that away, but sometimes they still gave him good looks. He finished 4 of 10 from 3, 7 of 14 from the field for 22 points. He also went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He knew when to attack. He knew when to drive. He knew when to get open. And it all worked out for him. He did have 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, and 2 blocks. 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a plus 10 in plus minus. Karl-Anthony Towns was driving a lot in the game, but it wasn't a bad idea because it was working a lot for him too. He finished 9 of 12 from the field and even splashed in some threes. He finished 2 of 4 from 3. He made his only free throw. He had 21 points with 12 boards, so he finished with a double-double. Nothing new there, and that's a great thing to see from him doing it consistently like he has done all season. He did have 6 assists. Sometimes it just made sense to get rid of the ball or find somebody else because you didn't have a good look. He did have 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block, so he made some plays on the ball when he could. And he only had 2 personal fouls, which is something that he can struggle with sometimes, but not so much in this one. He also had 1 offensive rebound out of the 12 and was a plus 2 and plus minus. Josh Hart, he played 31 minutes, but you couldn't really tell on the offensive end. He had 2 points. That's why he missed his 2 threes, and the only shot that he made was a 2-pointer. So he finished 1 of 3 from the field. He did have 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 3 in plus minus. Mikal Bridges played 32 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 7 to 13 from the field, 0 2 from 3, and 1 2 from the free throw line. The mid range was really going, but he also was able to get to the basket too, and he shot really efficient in this one. He's capable of doing that every night if he so chooses to, because they have to pay so much attention to Brunson Towns. And if they move the ball or he keeps moving without the ball, he can get looks from 3 mid-range or even get to the basket. And, of course, he can get transition opportunities, too. That's nothing new because of defense that they can play or he can play that can open those opportunities up. But he did have 5 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. He also had 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 1 and plus minus. Jalen Brunson played 39 minutes, which was the most on the team. He helped close the game. As usual, he stepped up in the fourth quarter and helped them win. He had 30. That was game high for the Knicks. Nothing new there. He also took a whole lot of shots. He took 26, which was by far the most on the team compared to everybody else. It was basically almost double. He went 11 of 26 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. He did finish with a double-double, though, because he had a 13-assist game to go with the 30 points. So Towns got a double-double. He got a double-double. If you got as much moving pieces that they have, you have so many guys playing off of them, you have to remember, I got to look for y'all, too. He's figuring that out more and more. He's willing to give up the ball more and more. And you can't really blame him because they have a lot of talent on this roster. He did have 3 turnovers and 2 steals. He also had 1 personal foul and was a plus 7 and plus minus. Everybody off the bench ended up scoring for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson, he missed 2 layups, which was putbacks, but he did get it to go. So he finished 4 of 6 from the field for 8 points. He did have 12 rebounds. That's mainly what he's out there to do besides protect the rim. By the way, he did get 3 blocks and 2 steals. So you can say he did that too. He did have one assist and no turnovers, four offensive rebounds, one personal foul, was a plus four and plus minus. Effort, muscle, hustle is what Mitchell Robinson is all about. Jordan Clarkson scored, but he didn't really take that many shots. He only took two. He did also make his only free throw. His only miss was a three, so he finished with 3 points in 9 minutes. He still did have two rebounds. He did also commit three turnovers. He also committed two personal fouls, which is a lot in 9 minutes, but it happened. And then he was a minus four and plus minus. Landry Shamet played 21 minutes. That was the most off the bench. But he missed every single shot that he took. He finished 0-2 from the field, 1-3 that he took. He missed it. And then he also missed a free throw. Since he made one, he finished with only 1 point. That's a low amount in 21 minutes. He did have one assist, one rebound, no turnovers, no personal foul. It was a minus four and plus minus. Miles McBride played 20 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field, ended up making two threes. The rest of all his shots he ended up missing. And the shot that he made from three, one of them was a tough three. He just was able to get it to go down. He had two rebounds, two assists, one turnover, and a steal. He had two personal fouls and was a plus two and plus minus. And then you look at the Atlanta Hawks, everybody in their starting lineup scored in double figures. They led a lot in this game too, so it was very competitive. It was very close to the very end. And Kongwu did a lot of damage, sometimes throughout this one. In 37 minutes, he got 12. He went 4 of 13 from the field, 2 of 7 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, but he did have 8 rebounds, one assist in the block. He also had two turnovers. They was able to guard him, but he also just missed a lot of shots, even if he was open. He hasn't been as good as he's been throughout the season in the last couple weeks, but you just hope he picks it up before the playoffs is over. Starts. He did have four offensive rebounds, two personal fouls, and was a plus 10 and plus minus. Jalen Johnson played the most minutes, no surprise there. 41. He ended up getting 21 points. He hit floaters, he hit jump shots, he hit threes. That's what he tries to do every single game. He went 8 of 19 from the field, 3 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and had 11 boards. So he did finish with a 20-10 game. They held him to 5 assists, which is good. But a lot of the guys on this team, if they get the ball, they can create their own shot or can create their own plays. So he doesn't really always have to pass the lead to an assist. But it's good when he does. He had one steal, two offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and was a plus 3 and plus minus. CJ McCollum, 35 minutes, 17 points. He went 7 of 19 from the field, 3 of 8 from three. His shot selection was good. It just some of the shots that he felt like he was going to make, they just didn't go his way a lot of the times. But he also was looking for his teammates too, so that kind of worked out. He had 6 assists and 2 turnovers. So you got to pick and choose when to pass and when to score and when to just let it fly. Not as easy as you think, because defense is going to influence your decisions too. He understands that he's a veteran. He had 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. You just have to like the fact that he's trying to play defensively. Never really been known as a defender, but he's putting effort. And that's also one of the reasons why they've been winning a little bit more. 4 personal fouls, 1 offensive board, minus 4 and plus minus. And Nikhil Alexander Walker showed out. 39 minutes, he had 36 points. The three-point shot was really falling for him. He took a lot of tough ones, which isn't new for him, but he can make them. He went 7 of 11 from three. He went 12 of 19 from the field because he can drive and attack the basket. And he also went 5 of 5 from the free throw line, which comes with that. And, man, he has really been one of the best and most improved players in the league, and he has been one of the better guards. And it's because he has put in a lot of work on this game, has had a lot of people believe in him when it comes to the Hawks. And, he made a tough decision, and it has worked out for him. He's a guy that betted on himself, and he has turned himself into one of the best 2 guards in the league. And hopefully he can be all-star next year if he continues to put the work in and have the results that we feel that he might have in him, and that might come with putting in the work. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a minus 4 and plus minus. A Dyson Daniels game was good because he had 12 boards and 11 points. He did go 4 of 11 from the field and 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. You could have shot it a little better, could have made a couple more of those easy ones, but he also did have 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals. He did foul out, 2 touchy in this one. The ticky-tack fouls still count as fouls, unfortunately for him. When you're playing hard and you're trying to find a way to make an impact on the defensive end, Sometimes that comes with the territory. He was a plus one and plus minus. Jonathan Kaminga played 22 minutes, but he only got five. He kept taking threes. He went 0-4 from three, so the Knicks was happy about that. But he did finish 2 of 6 from the field. He had 5 rebounds, which is something that he can do. That was the most off the bench. He also had 2 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a -2. And plus minus, Miami Gay played 8 minutes. He missed his only field goal, which was a three. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, and was a -11 and plus minus. Zachary Ricochet played 7 minutes. He had 3 points. He went 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did a really good job of getting open. The problem was he just wasn't making the shots. He had 2 rebounds, no turnover, and a steal. 2 offensive boards, which was all of his rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a -6 and plus minus. Tony Bradley played 4 minutes. He went 0 of 2 from the field. He missed all the shots, so he went scoreless, even though they was by the rim. He did have 2 rebounds and a turnover, 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, and was a -2. And plus minus, Gabe Vincent, 10 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a three, but he was able to set his teammates up for fast baskets because he found them early and had 3 assists because of that. He also had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. And then the Atlanta Hawks took 95 field goals. They only made 40% of them, while the Knicks took 84 field goals and they made 50% of them, which is actually basically 11 less than the Hawks. They shot 42 threes, the Hawks did, and they made 38% of them. The Knicks shot 33 threes, they made 33% of them. 17 free throws for both teams, they both shot 76% from the free throw line. You don't see that happen every day, but it happened tonight. 48 rebounds for the Hawks, 47 for the Knicks, 23 assists for the Hawks, 29 for the Knicks. 14 turnovers for the Hawks, 15 for the Knicks, 7 steals for the Hawks, 9 for the Knicks, and then 4 blocks for the Hawks, 7 for the Knicks. 19 offensive rebounds for the Hawks, 12 for the Knicks. 29 defensive rebounds for the Hawks, 35 for the Knicks. 18 personal fouls for the Hawks, 14 for the Knicks. And this was a really, really fun, competitive game. Both teams wanted it. Both teams played hard. Both teams brought it on both ends of the court. Some shots were just hard and difficult. Both teams were able to make them, and they took them because they realized you got to take this or it's a turnover. So it always makes sense to be confident in yourself and be ready to score, even in the darkest, toughest, weirdest situations. And both teams accepted that and brought it, as much as they could. But the Knicks, they should be happy they got this one because this was a game that you feel like we got ourselves this far. We definitely want to get the win. You play to get the win, so it makes sense for them to feel real good about this one, especially because the Hawks are a respectable team and they're going to be a team that's going to be in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, so they're a threat. So it's good to let them know we beat y'all in the season series. We can compete with y'all. We can play with y'all, but we do still feel like we're better than y'all, and that's a mentality you want to have if you go against a team like the Hawks that's young and hungry, and you still want to show that we're young enough and we're on the same age group as y'all. But we still feel like we're the better team, and let's go out there and show y'all before the playoffs start. And it can be that way, and it's fun that they did it that way. But at the same time, both teams did put on the show, and this was one of the best games today, if not the game of the day. But still some games that haven't even ended yet, so we'll see how that goes. But definitely in that conversation. Comment, like, subscribe, share the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.